Hi everyone, welcome back to Sew Making It Up. I'm Jane.
And I'm Ashley.
And it's been a little while.
It has been a while.
Just a little while. We have no excuse.
We do. It's been really busy. Work's been really busy and really mad.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm not really sure where the time's gone, to be honest with you. But I think we do have some excuses.
Maybe.
If we think hard enough.
Yeah, if we think hard enough, we've got loads. But so we just thought we'd just kind of pop in, do a quick one, say hello, because we've not been here for ages and it wasn't our plan just to sort of disappear for all that time. But life happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we've been doing lots of stuff.
We have still been doing a ton of sewing. We just haven't been showing you guys. So I've got a couple of things today to show.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things that are quite similar in themselves, but I think it's probably fair to say some of the things we've been busy with are, we've got now a space in a shop, so we've been busy making stock for the shop. We've still got our Etsy site, and what's really quite amusing about our Etsy site is that all of our customers seem to be global. So I think we've had Russia, Austria, America, somewhere else, Mexico,
yeah.
and about 2 people in the UK. So thank you very much, global customers. So yeah, we've been doing that. We've been making a lot of Christmassy type stuff, and that's what I've got to show today. I think probably on the last video that we did, I was into quilts. I'm not so much into quilts now, but
gone.
It has, but only because I actually really don't have anywhere else to put any more quilts, and
true.
no one seems to really want them when I'm trying to give them away. So yeah, but I think you've probably done a lot more clothes sewing than I have.
On and off, not as much as I had in the past, but kind of on and off. So I've got a couple. So I get the Burda magazine subscription, Burda Style, which some of you will be very familiar with. And in the November version, there are a couple of things that I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to make those, definitely. So that is the first thing I thought I'd make. And then the other one, because I can't really be bothered to find the picture in the magazine, was this one, the blue one there. Hopefully you can see that. So that one, the blue one, number 116A, is super easy and just kind of very floaty.
Is that what you've got on?
This is what I've got on. However, it looks a little bit different to the picture. This fabric, I'm going to do the thing that you like now. I'm going to go right up here. There you go. This fabric,
I missed that.
I know, is a jersey cashmere blend from Lamazii fabrics. Got a little bit of fluff, which hopefully you can't see.
Nice.
So that's why it's so
Nice
soft, and it's very soft inside.
Mm.
So I made this super drapey top. Super droopy.
Speak for yourself.
And obviously I made it in slightly thicker fabric, so it wasn't super drapey, it's super structured. And when I got to the bottom, I will stand up to show you. Originally, when I first put it on, it was all just a bit too clunky, and I thought, it's not going to work, and it was quite big. So what I've done is I think I ended up taking about 4 inches in, and I was lucky enough to have enough fabric left to make a waistband.
It's really nice.
So I've basically fixed it, fixed a bit of a bodge, you might say, so it's wearable, because otherwise it just wasn't wearable at all. So that's the first one. So if you make it out the right fabric, I think it'd be lovely, but I decided not to do that. Now, my second make, shall I do my second make before you do your festive makes? My second make is 110B, which in this magazine comes in 2 lengths. Now, I haven't done either of those lengths. I've done a much shorter version. A bit of a theme going on here. And I'm just going to put this on. So, this is the shawl collar coat. It's got a belt tie, and it's got, really trying not to hit you in the face, it's got raglan sleeves. So this actually is ideal for wearing on top of thick jumpers, because your arms don't get all really tight. Now, I only had about 2 meters 30 of the fabric, so that's why mine finishes just there, just sort of across my bum, because I think it needed 2 meters 70 to do the shorter length, and obviously a lot more to do the longer length. And this made out of a wool mix. I know it's a wool mix because I put a hot iron on one of the bits when I was interfacing it and stuff. Luckily, didn't matter. So yeah, it's again, if you get past I think when I put it on Instagram, I said the Mensa test of tracing out.
I love the lining as well. Where did you get that from? I don't remember you buying that. I think you've been sneakily buying more and more fabric again, haven't you? Just hiding it.
I bought a load of really nice lining fabric, and it was about £5 a metre, and I can't remember where from. It's online somewhere. I'll have to have a look. If I do find it, I will put it here. I'm just talking with my head cut off. There we go. I will put it down here. And it's got side pockets. It's nice, easy to fit. It is really lovely and warm. Like I say, ideal for wearing on top of chunky jumpers. So yeah, that was a bit of a win, but
that would make, I think, a really nice dressing gown as well.
Yes, it definitely would. If you put it in the right fabric, it would be.
I think it'd be lovely.
Yeah,
maybe I'll do that.
Well, the only challenge, I've traced it all off, so you can do. The only challenge you have is tracing the pattern. So if anybody's used Bergdorf magazines before.
Well, I know when you've given them to me before, they are literally pattern on pattern on pattern, and I couldn't do it. They were a bit like, do you know, I think you've given me before simplicity patterns, and you were saying the old style patterns.
Yes.
And again, they will have different versions of what you can make, and I cannot cope with it.
It's something that you go into knowing it's going to be a bit of a long process, because you have to trace it. You have to find all the pattern pieces. Then you have to trace them all off, then you have to add seam allowance, and then you have to make it. But for a coat like that, a coat pattern like that, you would easily sort of pay £10, and these magazines are only sort of £6 or £7 for
I think you probably pay more than that, because our patterns seem to be around £20, £25.
Yeah, they're a lot.
So
they are a lot. So yeah, I have made loads of other stuff, but it was all summer stuff and autumn stuff, and we're nearly at Christmas now, so it's not really worth it showing you that. So there you go. So, but talking of Christmas and festive, you've done some festive makes.
So yeah, one of the things that and I have got something here, a make that's got an error, but I'll talk about this. And I think we knew that it would have an error because of this type of fabric. But so some of the things we've been doing for this shop are making stockings. So normal size stockings and mini stockings. So this is one of them. I have yet to add a bell to it, but you'll see here this is puckered, and so I need to either try and resolve it by maybe sewing around the top or doing something with it, or maybe it could just be a little feature. And inside is star fabric, star cotton, which is cheap and easy to work with. But yeah, I actually made a hoodie out of this fabric.
This was your silly.
It was my Sully, and I've given it away actually to Tabby now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. That one I made for my son, and then I made a couple of these type, which is black. I actually bought this while we were together at one of the shows at Ali Pali, and I actually bought it with a dressing gown in mind. I'm not really sure where I was coming from with that, although I do think it might
is lovely fabric. I think if you hold it over like that without us, hopefully it will focus on it.
It is, and it was expensive as well. And
is it sort of silk? Some sort of silk?
It probably is proper silk, and I've just used it to make a couple of random stockings. But it is nice fabric, but it's just one of those things. I tried to make a shirt out of it, and it just it's not really me to wear. But I've sort of made these stockings. So this one's got pink inside. This pink fabric is actually an offcut of some fabric from the Draper's Daughter, some coca fabric, I think it is, or Nanny Era. It's one of the Japanese.
Well, really posh stocking then.
No,
expensive
exactly.
Silk and Nanny Era.
And you can see in here, it's like got little flowers on it, little white sort of flowers. So that's that one. And I made these just really for the kids to put little things like lip salves and little bits and pieces in. And then this is the same, but this has got a blue inner. And again, this is just a good way to use scraps and an expensive bit of silk that you don't know what else to make anything with. So, yeah, that's those. So they need bells adding, and I'll do that later. And as I say, they're just quite a nice idea to give people gifts in. I know you've made quite a lot of them, haven't you, as well? And then I talked about, so I have actually made, I did make a dress, and the pattern was, I can't remember, we'll put it on the bottom, but it was, it reminds me a little bit of your jumper that you've got on. It sort of has a band here, and you make the top and the bottom separately, and then you connect them together with the band. So it's a bit, I think it's an assembly line one. But it's a bit of a strange cat-handed way of making it, because I think you could have just made a dress and then added the elastic afterwards.
Oh, get you, yeah.
But you'd add the band. It's all a bit. Anyway, dress is like, it's big, and it puffs out on the top, and then there's an awful lot of fabric, and I've got it on my dummy at home, and I need to just do something with it. I'm not sure what to do with it. I need to just get my act together and sort it out. So I think I had a couple of times where I made a couple of dresses and I just was disappointed with them, and it just put me off making things for a while. So I love making the stockings because they're so easy. But the other thing I just was going to show is this is back on the quilting again. So hopefully you can see that properly. And then
They're nice, aren't they?
they're lovely, and I want to do something with them. And then there's that colourway as well. So they're almost like little crosses, and every now and then there's a gold one. And I don't normally like gold on fabric, but there's just something lovely about them. So I've got, these are two sort of fat quarters, but I actually did buy a couple of meters of each colour as well. So I need to make something out of them, preferably a quilt. So what are you doing next? What are you making next?
I'm making a Christmas tablecloth.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I've got this fancy sewing machine that was really expensive because it's an embroidery sewing machine. So I use it to sew. I've used it to embroider
twice, maybe.
Yeah, maybe twice. A lot like my other one. So I've decided I've bought some pen cal cotton. Don't ask me what that means, but it's just white cotton. And I am going to embroider lots of blue stars because our dining room is like a copper colour-ish.
That would be lovely. But you could do, couldn't you? You could do blue stars and then do copper. Yeah, a bit like this sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm showing this, but that would look quite nice.
It would do. I mean, I've no idea how it's going to go because our dining room table, well, it's the width of the fabric is like 2 meters. The length of the fabric is going to be 2.5 meters. So imagine all of that bulk under a sewing machine when you're embroidering. I don't know how you do it. If you do this, if you've done this with a load of fabric, let me know, because I've only ever embroidered stuff that is on like this.
Yeah, but what you could do is you could do it on panels and then you could sew them on and make it like a feature. No?
Can't be bothered with that.
But you can be bothered with shoving loads
well,
of
I don't know. It does depend on how much of a pain. It's like when you do a quilt, isn't it? And then you top stitch all of your quilt and you're literally wrestling with it going, why am I doing this? Why did I make the quilt? I think I might get 2 stars in and then just go, why am I doing this? Or maybe I just do it around the outside so it's really easy just to fold it and not have any in the middle.
Oh no, but then you won't see it properly. Or you could do it so it's down the middle. You could do like
then you've got all your bulk.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes.
I'm sure your fancy sewing machine will just do it for you. You just have to say to it, this is what I want. I want it here and here and here, and it will just do it for you.
If only I'd get it to in the house where I can make me coffee. It's that fancy. And I'm going to do some napkins as well. So I might start with them because they're small and then go on to the tablecloth. So that is my next mission before Christmas. We've got less than 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
but
no pressure.
That will be fine.
We look forward to seeing that next week. She won't have any sleep. We're working through the night.
No, I have little bits of fabric going, I've decided just to sew them all together. That was a great idea.
You could follow like a quilting methodology and do it like that. I think that would look quite nice, actually. We'll talk about it off camera. You will see my way. I'm actually, all this talk of sewing has actually made me want to do some sewing. So maybe this is sold by my...
You say Jay.
Yeah,
you say Jay, but what are you going to wear?
No,
What
I think
are you
I
going to
might.
make
I think I want to make something with these.
What? Especially as you then went and bought a metre of each as well.
I know exactly, but I'm thinking I might use one of the quilt patterns. See, I've saved loads of pictures of quilt patterns that I like. So, and I know this is quite me, and you're going to be like, but I don't think some of it you don't need patterns for it. You can just make it up. And if I do it in panels, and I know how to make a star, I know how to make other things like stars.
They're mainly stars. Going to be mainly stars. You could, if you wanted to make something for Christmas. I don't know how you feel about tree skirts. You can make a tree skirt. That face. No, she doesn't like his face. Like, well, you could do a modern one.
What do I want a skirt with trees on it for? And my Christmas tree definitely doesn't want one. I am not making a tree skirt.
Well, I just thought it'd be something practical. No. I'm sorry if anybody loves
Sorry.
She obviously doesn't. I don't mind a tree skirt myself. I don't have one, but
shall I make you one?
No, thank you. Are people not getting quilts for Christmas? It's just what you needed.
Yeah, actually, I must wrap you all one.
Oh, good. I don't have many quilts. I'm actually sitting on a quilt. Look, I'm actually sitting on one of my quilts. I could show you this, couldn't I?
Yeah, that's nice.
This along the theme of
Christmas.
Well, no. Along the theme of not being 100% successful.
Doesn't sound like you.
I know. Completely slacking.
I do love this fabric.
It is beautiful fabric. Tilda.
Yes.
This is a free Tilda pattern, which it looks like Christmas trees this way, but actually it's supposed to go this way. It's supposed to be bunting, like so. There we go. If I do that, you'll be able to see the fabric a bit more.
They're lovely, really, really cute fabric.
So I did this bunting as a sort of summer autumn quilt for our summer house, and I chose like blues because I just thought, why not? And I was making it. I don't quite know what I'm doing with this here. I'm just gonna there you go. There, like that. See.
Do you think people are pleased that we're rambling on, talking rubbish?
I'm sure that they're gutted that we've been away. We've become even more articulate and professional in that time. No. Right, so I thought I'd make some bunting and I'll do it all in blues, and I was laying it all out, and it's quite easy to do, but you get a little bit bored of the triangles after doing about 90 of them. I was laying it all out, and my daughter came in and went, that's nice Christmas fabric. And I was like, sorry, what? It's not Christmas fabric. This is kind of a summer autumn quilt shirt. It's Christmas fabric. There are snowflakes on it.
I do think it is Christmas fabric.
It is definitely.
But
Christmas
I don't think
fabric.
it's exclusive. And there are doves. Look,
Doves.
I reckon there are 5 gold rings somewhere.
Doves light up in the dark.
No,
I've got a Christmas tree quilt on my bed, and I didn't know they light up.
What, the white bit of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you're lying there, and it suddenly turn the light. And it goes ding.
You've got
Oh,
doves
this glow
coming
in
through
the
the
dark. Gloves. Doves. Oh dear. Yes. So yeah, they're cute. So now I've decided to change it and say it's a Christmas quilt because they're Christmas trees that way up. See?
Yeah.
Adapt.
Good idea.
Adapt.
And then it can become summer in the summer with a nod to Christmas.
Well, it'll be our summer because it was like blue and rainy, so fit right in. But yeah, so I have been doing a few quilts, but I've been rambling, I think.
Anyway, it's actually been really good to be back. So we must do it again.
Yeah, maybe in about 6 months. Joking. If I do my tablecloth before Christmas, I will be back to show you that. Ashley's going to do something amazing with her fabric.
I will.
She will be back to show you that, possibly together, depending on our ongoing, very, very fluid COVID rules in the UK. Who knows? So we might be back together. We might not be. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Thank you very much for watching, as always. Thank you to our ladies that always tune in. Lovely to see your comments. Please keep putting them. And if we don't see you for any reason, just in case, be rude not to say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.